Tonight on 8 out of 10 Cats. Wang, bang, thank you, ma'am. It's Bill Wang. 2 for the price of 1. It's Spencer and Vogue. And Rob Beckett, their team captain. And facing them tonight, the original Dairy Girl, it's Nadine Coyle. Show her the funny. It's Carrie Godliman. And Catherine Ryan, their team captain. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 44% of vegans live alone? I'm not surprised, you can only open so many windows. 40% of Brits wouldn't give up their seat for a pregnant woman. I got into trouble when I offered my seat to someone I thought was pregnant. Turned out, just fat. He was livid. And 2% of Brits connect to the internet using a dongle. I almost broke my dongle using the internet. It completely overheated and started leaking. Turns out it was a virus. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It's our panelist's job to guess the British public's top 3 most popular talking points. Catherine's team, what do you think the nation have been talking about the last week?
Megxit?
Megxit.
Megxit.
What do you
They're
reckon?
calling it Megxit because, we're out of ideas.
Everyone's saying it's her fault. Like, oh, I don't trust Meghan. I don't like the look of her. It's all Meghan. She's manipulative. It's amazing how much men can get away with. Like, Harry, dressed like a Nazi, fought in a war, he's naked in Vegas, taking drugs. All he had to do to wipe the slate clean was marry a black woman and fly economy. And now everyone's like, he's the Duke of Woke. It's very confusing to me because Meghan Markle's done backwards exactly my life. So, I was a waitress who hooked up with a creep from a trash family, and I left Canada because I wasn't getting enough attention. Spencer and Vogue, do you know them personally? Are you friends with them?
No, we don't know them, sadly. I'd like their job. They're an old one.
Yeah. I think ultimately everyone would be more comfortable with them doing whatever they want if they did it properly, no? Like, if they'd told the Queen and done it normally, it would have probably been all right.
I don't know about you, but I've never run anything I've done in my life past my nana. Literally nothing. The idea that they have to, it must be so difficult to explain to your hot new girlfriend, oh, yeah, we've got to just run that by my nan because... No, I know I'm your man and I love you and you love me, but I just want to get permission from my nan. Yeah, but she's got to talk to my granddad first, and then we'll see what my dad says. And then I'll get back to you. What?
Well, we had to have a family summit this week because we thought either one of the kids or the cat had shit on the table.
One of the kids or the cat?
Yeah, but...
Oh, so you'd ruled out your partner?
Yeah.
We had progress in your family?
Me and Lou had a frank discussion, it weren't us. And then it worked out, it was just a gone-off bit of avocado.
Oh, Meghan.
I can't believe you confused avocado for cat shit.
What are you feeding your
I
kids?
feed my cat mainly Lenore. Very, very nice-smelling poo it has. Can't say that, allegedly. Can't feed I don't do that to my cat. Not Lenore, just the own brand stuff, cheaper.
Rob, what do you think of Meghan Markle? Do you like her?
Well, it's not gone smoothly, has it? Let's be honest, I think it'd be easier to leave ISIS than the royal family. I think that jihadi bride looks less stressed than Meghan.
Do you think the jihadi bride's looking at it going, fucking hell, she's having a rough ride? Nadine, what do you think?
What was annoying that she done was she was deliberately moving her coat out of the way so as we could all see the palm.
That is one of my pet hates. I cannot bear it when pregnant people just constantly...
Yes.
It's not going to fall out.
It would be more eerie if her hands were just by her side the whole time, like a mannequin, or just like that, like resting her arms.
It's a nice shelf when you've got
with a
one.
pint on there.
Yeah.
So, Harry and Meghan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Harry and Meghan.
There is a naivety in this move. I understand that the press have been hounding them, whatever, and they want to quit the royal family now to sort of escape the press attention by doing the most newsworthy thing they could possibly do in this situation. They seem to think that if they leave the press alone, the press will leave them alone, like they're bears.
Yeah.
They're more scared of you than you are of them.
It's kind of hard to understand how you retire from not having a job. You know what I mean? They've just got back from a 6-week vacation in Canada, and they've landed, and the first thing they've said is, "Whoa, this is too much work."
They've just gone on holiday, they've had a nice holiday, and we've all done it when you come back, you think, right, I'm going to homeschool the kids, and we'll make goat's cheese in the Dordogne then. Just throw it all in.
I think you've nailed it. I think it's that thing where you're on holiday and you're like 2 bottles of Baileys in, going, do you know what?
I'm not going back.
I'm never going back.
I'm not going back, Harry.
Don't make me go back.
Don't make me go back. I can't stand your nan.
I love the way that on the front covers of all the papers, it was like close-ups to all the different royals and saying like, oh, the Queen looks disgruntled. It's just the same face. They're like, oh, she's never had a different face. They said Prince Philip looks upset. He's only ever got one face, dead. That's his face. I've never seen an alive person look more dead. The problem with Prince Harry is if you take the prince away from him, he's just a ginger squaddy, isn't he? I mean, really, she should have just gone to a nightclub in Aldershot and saved herself some bother.
Spencer, vote. You're in the limelight now in the UK. You've got your own reality TV show. So if you ever wanted to escape it all, would you move abroad? Would you emigrate?
No, we've just been away for a month and I felt really lazy towards the end.
Where did you go?
St. Bart's.
To the sun by looking at him. Fucking hell, mate. That is a tan, isn't it? Well, he's actually topless.
I would describe your tan this evening as borderline racist.
Yeah.
Well, this is my problem with it is people say, oh, you know, Harry and Meghan, you should let them do whatever they want. They should be allowed to do this. People think it doesn't make any difference, but it does make a difference. Because if something terrible happened to William and Kate and the kids, right? The Queen and Charles are very old. They're going to go at some stage. And then you're left with King Andrew. No one wants that.
Is that true?
No.
Yeah.
Because you've got a William, then you've got a Kate, then you've got a George, then you've got... There's loads of them
Yeah,
between.
They're one light aircraft crash away.
That's the same reason that the 2 founders of Coca-Cola don't fly together, just in case the plane goes down.
Sure.
Recipe. You know what I mean? The people who know the Coca-Cola recipe don't fly together.
You think there's 2 people that know the Coca-Cola recipe?
Yeah, but well, Vogue's right. Yeah.
There's 2 people going, fucking old Bill. We've got to make more. Demand's huge.
What about KFC? Do they fly, does the Colonel fly separately?
That does my head in as well. What is it, a recipe of 8 spices?
11.
11?
Yeah.
Tell you what it is, mostly fucking salt. Let's get back to Meghan and Harry.
Look, I don't blame her for wanting to leave, yeah? You wouldn't want to hang around with that family, would you? Like, the nan's always down the horses. Yeah. The granddad's a racist. The uncle hangs around with pedos.
What's funny on me for?
Sorry.
Fucking hell. I knew I shouldn't have got these.
Sorry, Phil. It's just the glasses.
No offence, Phil, but you look like a pedo and the victim. OK, so, well, should we have a look and see whether Harry and Meghan are the most talked about thing?
Yes.
Yes, Megxit. Harry and Meghan say they'd now like to split their time between spending your money in the UK and spending your money in Canada. Rob's team, what else have the nation been talking about?
Oh, is it the return of Winter Love Island?
Have you seen it?
I love it. I prefer the summer one. I don't like wanking with a cold. But, yeah, it's a weird one this year, though. Like, it's called Love Island. It's in Cape Town. It's a big old island, isn't it, Africa? I'm a bit disappointed it weren't proper Winter Love Island. It's just the same, isn't it? So I thought it was going to be like, you know, like shrivelled dicks, freezing cold, in the Arctic, rock-hard nipples, jizz icicles hanging from the ceiling. Proper winter.
That means you've got to do body shaving in the winter. I do admire... Most of the time it looks like an unsponsored roundabout there. From about October to May.
It's like an unsponsored roundabout down there.
In winter. In winter?
Catherine, what do you think?
So I watch the show. I'm a mid-30s lady, and I'm so distracted.
Are we letting that go? Yeah. No, if everyone else is letting it go, I'll let it go. Yeah, mid-30s, yeah. Go on.
You know exactly how old I am. You adopted me. Anyway.
He was a small Thai boy. I've had a lot of work done. So, you watch it, right? You love it.
I am distracted by the lack of skincare and sun protection in the... It's really making it impossible for me to watch. I can see them cooking, I can smell it. And it's really upsetting for me. Like, it's just gonna be Melanoma Island.
I was in South Africa once, and I got burnt through a T-shirt. I didn't know that was a thing. I was on the beach, and I got sunburned through a T-shirt. And it's about time someone said it. Gingers get too much flack. Blondies burn the same.
Yeah.
For years and years, gingers have taken it. Oh, blondes go, we're dead. We cannot take it. I burnt through a T-shirt, mate.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, I went to Jamaica, I put 50 on my head every day, redhead. Well, where do you go beyond 50?
You can get a 90.
You can't get a 90.
You can get a 90.
I saw 100 once.
Did you?
Yeah.
Spencer, what's your secret to tanning? What do you put oil on? I mean, you're incredibly...
Bit of oil, yeah.
You put oil on?
Oil with no factor. You got antibiotics because he got blisters all over his lips.
Ages ago.
No, that was 2 weeks ago.
He got blisters on his lips and he told you that was sunburn, did he? I just went into town, love. I got terrible sunburn on my winky as well. I can't believe it.
You're the colour I want my decking to be.
Decking.
Actually,
Nice,
can I take you to B&Q and get you colour match?
Yeah.
Phil, I've noticed you've been conspicuously absent on the last couple of series of Love Island. Do you watch the show? Are you considering going on at some stage?
Well, I mean, this story does come out every time a series of Love Island is on. You know, the newspapers go, oh, more people have applied to be on Love Island than applied to Oxford and Cambridge. And now I went to Cambridge, and it was a toss-up.
I think Love Island's quite a toss-up some nights.
Plus, Phil, you're thinking, oh, Oxford, Cambridge, Love Island, do I want 50 grand of debt or £500,000 and a blowjob in a hammock? It does seem like the better option. And those kids are never going to university. They think the labor leadership contest is like who gives birth the quickest. They don't know anything.
Nadine, what do you think of Love Island?
I think it's all right. I think, like, there's only so many thongs you can see before you're like, oh, I'm kind of over it.
I do
you know,
not
but
agree.
I feel...
I could not disagree more strongly.
I kind of think, like, and they really, like, zoom right into the bums, too. Like,
It's the only thing that gets you through the conversations, though, isn't it? Some days, and they sort of lie about what they want. They go, I'm here to find love. You're not, are you? Just be honest. Just like, I'm here...
Bit of fame.
Well, yeah, I want 1 million Instagram followers, a boohoo deal, and a scaffolder from Wigan to fuck my head off. That's what I want. See you later.
But that's what Ollie said, Rob. He left because he said, oh, I found out after 3 days, the posh hunter left. He said, no, I miss my ex-girlfriend. I'm in love with her, and this is about finding love. And I was sad to see him go because I think the planet's wildlife were a lot safer while he was in.
And his ex-bird doesn't want to get back with him. It was because of the...
How do you know that? How do you even know
Listen,
anything
it
about
said it in the
this?
Daily Mail. It's true.
We know.
Have you two thought about maybe breaking up?
We absolutely love each other. She's got this profound love of the Daily Mail, and I just can't read it.
Yeah, but once you learn to read, you'll be able to get involved.
She's got...
Oh. Well, let's have a look and see if Love Island is up there. Yes, it's Love Island. In the age of Me Too and political correctness, Love Island is essentially ITV2's way of saying, go on, treat yourself, have a wank. Still trying to guess the nation's most popular talking points. OK, fingers on buzzers. Rob's team.
Is it Big Ben Bong? They want the Big Ben to bong for breakfast. Big Ben Bong sounds like a white bloke with dreadlocks that can get you weed.
I was just thinking that.
Have you asked Big Ben Bong? Yeah. Great guy.
Tabloids love alliteration, don't they? They could have gone a bit further with it. What about big bong, big bang, bulldog Brexit, buggers a bone, you bloody bastards?
I love it. I can't wait to hear it. I'm so glad that we've taken back control from the frivolous EU to talk about spending £500,000 on a giant clock.
Does anyone know why it's going to cost 500k to ring the...
Exactly, that's
to
just
bang the bell.
Clapper
I
is
think
missing, he said.
I think it might be because some of Rob's family are involved in the building work.
Yeah.
How much?
How do you lose the clapper?
Get it done in 2 weeks, you're having a fucking laugh, mate.
How badly... what kind of state is this bell in? Just get a new bell. For 500 grand, I'll get you a bell. Give me 500 grand, I'll get you a bell you can bong.
Well, I can tell you, Big Ben's bong campaign for Brexit is not one of the most talked about things this week. Please feel free to write into the show telling us Big Ben is only the name of the bell and the building itself is actually named the Elizabeth Tower. And don't forget to mark your envelopes pedantic twat. OK, one more thing to get. Fingers on buzzers. The best story of the week.
Is it Gwyneth Paltrow's fanny candle?
Yes.
Tell me everything you know about this.
She's made a candle that smells the same as her vagina.
Yes.
Thank God it wasn't just me that I thought I was the only one who heard about this.
She's selling sex dust as well, isn't she?
What, sorry?
Sex dust.
What is sex dust?
What does
I
that
think
do?
it's the stuff they scrape off the sheets after she's... put it in a bag.
Do a line of it. OK.
I feel sorry for her kids. Imagine going to school, your name's already Apple, right? And someone comes up and goes, I know what your mum's fanny smells like. And they do.
Yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow also sells vagina eggs. That it's like resistance training for drug mules. You put like an egg up yourself and then you like go around all day and go to your CEO job or whatever, and then you have really strong pelvic floor.
And a lovely boiled egg when you get home. No, it's an extraordinary story. So, Gwyneth Paltrow's lifestyle brand, Goop, has released a candle called This Smells Like My Vagina.
It sounds like an accident. This smells like my vagina. But it sounds like...
Here's a picture of the candle everyone's making a fuss about. Doesn't look like much, does it? We couldn't get the candle. It's $75, but it's sold out.
It's sold out because Chris Martin bought them all to reminisce. He just lit them all in one room, just remembering.
You could release a candle, couldn't you? Like a knob candle.
Yeah.
That smells of, like, Parmesan and jizz and WD-40.
Just stick a wick in a bit of a gorgonzola. Don't get me wrong, right? Don't get me wrong here. I love a vagina.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, the smell's not my favourite part.
It's all about context, isn't it?
Yeah.
You want to smell a vagina when you're expecting to smell a vagina. It's like toast.
Yes.
If you're making toast and you can smell toast, great.
And if you can't...
If you're not making toast and you can smell toast, you need to call an ambulance.
It's a stroke.
Well, we've had one made up. I don't know if you can read that, but we've got the ingredients from their website of what was in it.
What's in it?
It's citrusy bergamot.
Bergamot?
She wishes it smelled like bergamot.
Have a go on that. Is that what yours?
No, it's not. Let's have a look.
Well, I don't know. I don't smell it myself.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Yours, Willie, is
I'll be the judge of this. Oh, yeah, darling, it's remarkably similar.
It's a very nice candle.
Every single person who sees
No way.
that candle
No way.
is going to want to smell it, aren't they? Because,
No way.
No way. Chris Martin would not have got divorced.
Rob, let me give the other guys a go.
It's a lovely candle.
It is a nice candle.
Very nice.
You know the Goop thing isn't hers either.
It's not her goop.
No. It's a bunch of investors paid her to be the spokesperson for it. It's not her company.
Whose vagina have I just sniffed then? So many questions.
Excuse me, on this side, we think our vaginas smell like this.
That is exactly what my vagina smells
Because,
Phil,
like,
go in and
yeah.
find out.
We'll just...
Soapy.
Go on, Phil.
Phil, listen. Always clean.
Wow.
Listen, if it's really clean, I'm buying it.
Yeah, but that is like fresh out the bath
Yeah.
smell. That ain't like after a night out dancing.
That's all in the fine print.
That is weekend away, spa break, fresh out the bath smell there.
This smells like Gwyneth... Yeah, it does say that in small print, actually. I've just seen it. This smells like Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina, fresh out the bath.
I want 3 a.m. at Tiger edition.
Whoa, gamey.
Yeah.
Willies don't smell not great either. Let's not all slag.
What? You made a fucking candle of it.
Exactly. No one's trying to make you smell
I'll
it.
tell you why my willy doesn't smell nice, because it's just been in a vagina. That's a new low for us, isn't it? OK, let's see if it's up there. Yes, it's Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina-scented candle. Gwyneth Paltrow's so up herself, and so are her candles. Gwyneth Paltrow's got married again recently. Who's the lucky fellow? Chris Martin. He's well shot of her. So those were the nation's most popular talking points. But in other news, The Masked Singer has been a huge hit. I love it. You're constantly thinking, who is it? Who is it? And then they're unmasked, and you think, who is it? The Oscar nominations. The Irishman has 10 nominations. In the film, they use de-aging technology, first developed for Katherine Ryan.
Do you know how livid I was when I saw that? Like, you've had anti-aging technology this whole time? Move on.
You're probably upset now, but we can't tell.
Jimmy! Your face hasn't changed for 15 years. I don't know what's happening.
I got photographed yesterday by a guy that photographed me 15 years ago, and I do look
Wow.
the same. But it's not any better. I still look like a fucking haunted doll. At the end of that round, Rob's team have 2 points, Catherine's team have 1 point. So our next round is Pick of the Polls. Rob's team, what do you like the look of?
Oh, what do you like the look of? Oh, well.
Well, them, obviously.
Spencer and Vogue, isn't it? We've got to go Spencer and Vogue.
All right, you've chosen Spencer and Vogue. Here is your related question. Most people think their life would make a good reality show. True or false?
But and who's voting this lot? Has there been a poll or something?
Yeah, that's what the show is.
There's been a poll. OK.
Because you've got a reality TV show, right?
Yeah.
You were made in Chelsea first, and then you've got your own show.
Yeah.
You've got your spin-off.
Yeah.
Well, let's have a look at the spin-off.
Right.
You know, we hear that lots of movements can induce a child. She sits on this big bouncy ball and bounces up and down.
One other thing we've been doing is trying to have more sexy times, because that supposedly helps labour come along. That's not working either, probably because it's not lasting long enough, so the baby doesn't even realise it's happened.
Listen, I'm good at sex. Plain and simple.
He's quick and efficient.
It's very on time.
That to me is doing a good job. Quick, efficient.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
It's to you.
Plain and simple, quick, efficient, sort yourself out. Thanks a lot. Good job.
Sounds like you're talking about a yoghurt.
How often do you get followed around by the cameras?
It's not as invasive as you think it is.
OK, so how often?
well,
Like
They're
a
not
week?
going to follow us doing boring things. They follow us when we're
I
doing...
know, I've seen the show, they do.
It's quite organised.
Nadine, do you watch any reality TV?
Do you know what I love? Have you been watching the SAS Who Dares ones?
Yeah.
I feel like because I done the jungle that I'm now basically in the SAS.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can basically do all of that stuff.
Because you hit your head?
Did you enjoy doing it?
I did.
Like the eating?
I think I get away pretty lightly.
You didn't eat kangaroo anus?
Just one. Do you know what it tasted like? And I actually like this. You know if you make the fat on a steak?
Yeah, delicious.
Amazing.
Best bit.
That's what it tasted like.
Best bit.
So I was like, I'm going to pretend this is really rough. Like, oh. And I was like, oh, I could do another one, actually.
Yeah, actually.
I'd only do a reality show if I could get to do the VO on it. I'd be like, oh, there's Rob, the big dick legend in the post of it. Absolutely smashing the banter with the lady behind the desk, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of drama in my life. If I had a reality show, the biggest drama would be like, oh, the fridge is making a weird sound. And we'd end on a big mid-season cliffhanger, like, will Catherine's Uber driver carry her up the steps again? Yes.
He's got to stop drugging you.
A show about my life would be awful. It would just be me eating a malt loaf shouting at Alexa.
Oh, the reality show I'd like to see is Towie versus Made in Chelsea.
Right.
Like a fight.
I fought Wayne Bridge for sport.
And he
Relief.
jabbed your head off.
I got the shit kicked out.
He absolutely destroyed you.
Well, hang on, let's... What?
No, he jabbed your fucking head off, Ben.
He did.
Let's not...
You didn't get near him.
Let's not mess around. I won the first round. I won the first round.
OK, if you want.
Yeah.
Phil, what do you reckon?
Does anyone here watch the show Terrace House?
No.
Does anyone watch Terrace
Coronation
House?
Street.
No, it's the only reality show I watch. It's about a bunch of very well-behaved, good Japanese people who suddenly have to live in a house together and get on. Last week, they had to have a house meeting because one of the members didn't make lunch with a sufficient degree of honor. So there are ups and downs, but it's a really cracking show, Terrace House.
So what would be in a Phil Wang reality show?
Oh, what wouldn't it be? A lot of...
Pythagoras?
Yeah, he's directing.
He's great at camera angles.
Yeah, good angles, sorry.
That was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was excellent,
It was a good
actually,
maths
yeah.
pun. I think people didn't realise
It was so
work.
good, I presumed you didn't mean to say it.
Yeah, I did mean it.
OK, so what do you think? Let's get some answers on this. Most people think their life would make a good reality TV show. True or false, Rob?
We think true, but it actually wouldn't be.
Oh, so I've only just realised that the question's not actually directed at us. It's a general question.
Your whole life must feel a bit
I thought you were asking whether or not we are interested.
No.
I was like, oh, it's a bit shit if everyone says no. You know what I mean?
No, in general, but you're the jumping off
Oh,
point.
God, true, yeah. Everyone will think they want to be on a show, yeah.
Why did you marry him? OK, and what do you think, Catherine?
What do you think, Nadine?
I think it's true. I think people think the world revolves around them, so they would think, yes, we would make a great reality show.
We're gonna say true.
OK, so I can tell you the answer is false. Only 36% of people think their life would make a good reality TV show. A friend of mine got on that reality TV show, One Born Every Minute. She was absolutely dilated. Now it's time for a quick bonus round. Rob, Catherine, come and join me in the middle for a brand new game for 2020. It's called Is There a Duck? The rules of Is There a Duck are simple. Catherine, you'll be blindfolded. You'll have to guess if there's a duck.
OK.
Rob, we've given you some classic duck bluffing equipment. You'll need Catherine to give me the wrong answer. Now, Catherine, don't let the duck bluffing equipment make you think that there's not going to be a duck. There might be a duck. Do you both understand the rules of Is There a Duck?
No, but I'm up for a laugh.
Let's play Is There a Duck?
Yes!
Catherine, please.
Do I get in here?
Yeah, into the arena. Take a seat.
Yep. Okay.
I think we've got an eye mask and headphones for you to put on. Oh, yeah, lovely. OK, there's the eye mask. OK, so...
Can a duck peck your vag off?
That is what we're going to find out. Those are noise-cancelling headphones, so you won't be able to hear. All right, OK.
Right.
So, Rob, go and either get the duck or don't get the duck. Catherine, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh. Well, I'm not sure what the point of the fucking earphones is. Rob has gone to either get a duck or not get a duck. Audience, obviously, we're in on what's going on here, if there's a duck or not a duck, so you've got to just...
Keep stum.
Yeah. OK, so you've got the duck bluffing equipment to use.
Yeah, I've got it.
Rob, OK, so, Catherine, I mean, they didn't really do anything anyway, so is there a duck?
Still feel there's no duck.
OK, she thinks no.
That's a duck noise? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, that just sounds like London on any rainy day. I sort of feel like Rob's having a ducking breakdown. I like
Weird
that
now, isn't
duck.
it?
I'm not sure what we're doing anymore.
Do you know what? Oh my God, Rob.
What if it's not a duck, but something bigger?
Like, what's bigger than a duck?
A tiger?
Goose? A tiger. It goes duck, goose, swan, doesn't it? Longer the neck, no bird. That's how it works. Duck's got a little neck, goose longer neck, swan biggest neck, then giraffe, but I don't think that's a bird.
Oh, I tell you what, Attenborough goes, he's got the job.
Right.
I put it to you, is there a duck?
I mean, a duck has not interacted with me, but I feel that there must be one. Otherwise, you two guys are just tying up women and then being like, is there a duck? And then they agree to, like, come into your weird fucking sex game.
Don't hate the player, hate the day.
OK, Catherine, so is there a duck? Final answer, please.
Yeah, I think that this is a weird game between you two about power, and I don't think there was ever a duck.
OK, blindfold off.
Duck!
score, Catherine. You get a bonus point for your team. So at the end of that round, it's 3 points for Rob's team, 1 point for Catherine's team. We're off to get some pancakes and hosting sauce. The winner is the name of our final round. Here's your first one. A top thing Brits feel guilty about. What do you think, Phil? What do you feel guilty about?
When you tell the waiter that the meal was lovely, but there was a pube in your pasta.
Very British. Yeah.
It's very British, and it wasn't lovely. It was full of pubes.
So, Phil, do you feel guilty that you...
I feel guilty mainly that I put my pubes in that pasta. I don't know why I did it.
Nadine, do you ever feel guilty about anything?
If you say you're going to go do something, then you don't, or if you're...
What have you said you will do, and then
If I'm supposed to be like 3 different places tonight, I'm like, yeah, well, let's meet up for a drink tonight. Yeah, we'll go for dinner, yeah.
Is someone like waiting for you now?
I hope not. See, no, I feel guilty. There we go.
Are these like romantic partners, or are you in a relationship? Because I think if you are seeing men, you should stand them up a few times before you turn up.
Yeah. It's a good tactic.
I think it's a strong opening.
Yeah.
Don't feel guilty about that.
No? Okay.
I'll turn up in your place, and then they'll be like, well, I'm already here.
The only reason we played that game is because you organised drinks for that day.
OK, what do you think? What do people feel genuinely guilty about?
I feel guilty that I gave my friend who claimed to be lactose intolerant some milk just to see if she'd shit herself.
You've got to test it. How was your friend?
She shat herself.
Brits feel guilty about a whole array of things that vary in seriousness. Hoovering after 8 p.m., forgetting World Book Day, colonialism, Ireland. When you step on them. I've stepped on so many of you, and you're like, sorry.
What about you, Spencer? What do you feel guilty about?
No, I don't really feel guilty about anything.
Spencer felt guilty about white privilege, but he fixed it.
There you go.
That's pretty good. What foods do you feel guilty about eating? What's your kind of...
Greggs and KFC. No one's happy with themselves after that, are they? You can never forget that you've had it that day either. There will always be a flake of pastry somewhere. You can eat it with a full bib, you'll find one on your pants. How the fuck did that bit of...
Do you think anyone's ever eaten anything from Greggs with a knife and fork?
Just out of a bag. Out of a bag or a bucket. No, I'm not livestock. A bucket. I know I've got the look, but I am human.
Greg himself feels so guilty he's not even the ambassador for his own brand.
Yeah.
Like, at least the Colonel will put his face on it.
Yeah.
But who's seen Greg? Who is Greg? Who's Greg? What does he look like? He just washes himself with a rag on a stick at home.
Phil, what do you reckon? Top thing Brits feel guilty about?
You ever accidentally cut a queue? Like, you don't realise it's there. That feels really terrible. Oh, even if someone's holding a place in the queue for me, like I'm there with a friend, and I come back from the toilet or something, I am so vocal about being friends with that person. I'm like, Joe, good to see you again, Joe. Oh, it's been a long time since I went to the toilet there. It's my friend Joe, everyone, who I'm queuing with. I'm not cutting at all. Please don't kill me.
That's something I feel guilty about. He does it at the airport, you know, when you're fast
It's not like...
We're not fast track, and he just goes into fast track.
This is okay, for example, if you're flying economy and you haven't got a first class ticket and there's no one in the first class queue, if you go down the first class queue, they will check you in. She hates it. She's like, like, she has to stand.
I think she might hate it because she thought she might marry someone that'd be in first class. OK, so top thing Brits feel guilty about. What do you think?
Being overindulgent.
I'm going to give you that. It's not sticking to a diet.
Oh.
It's near enough. On the other side of that. Yes, the top thing British people feel guilty about is not sticking to a diet. I'm not saying that we're a nation full of fatties, but these days the only diet most Brits have tried is diabetes. OK, right, here's your final question. Worst thing about going to weddings?
Oh.
What do you think?
Is it when it's really expensive and it takes ages and they end up leaving the royal family anyway? That's it.
Good answer.
Is it knowingly taking part in the patriarchy in exchange for Prosecco?
What do you think, Nadine? Do you like a wedding?
I think the ceremonies, especially Catholic weddings, they take forever. And then you're supposed to stay sober from the morning until the end of the night.
What?
You're not.
Have you not been to a wedding? What are you talking about?
I think.
You think you're meant to stay sober at a wedding?
Or or like, have some form of decorum.
Going to a Catholic funeral, they take ages. I wanted
Those
to
are better.
in a coffin.
Those are better. I prefer the funerals than Catholics
You
and the
prefer
wedding.
a funeral to a wedding?
In Ireland, yeah.
Only in Ireland, yeah.
I find it frustrating when someone's like, you know, like 27, 28, getting married, and like, oh my God, it's going to be the greatest day of my life. Have some fucking ambition. Might live for another 50 years. How can be the greatest day of your life involve both sets of parents? Has that ever been all right? Never mind the greatest day of your life. But I love mine.
Greatest day of your life, wasn't it?
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, I loved it. Yeah.
I think it's all the stuff leading up to the wedding as well for women that gets out of hand. I got married a few months ago, but I had like a very small hen do where I did this genius thing. We turned up at Gatwick, 6 a.m., got really, really hammered, and then we just stayed there for the whole day drinking, and then we were home in our own beds that night. You don't actually have to go anywhere.
Women love taking in, like, loads of cocks on a hen do, don't they?
Oh, yes.
Well, why are you doing that, Mike?
Well, because they take... Because...
The gun!
It's all about the gun.
I saw some women out on a hen do, and, like, all the women had a sash saying, I love cock, in case there was any ambiguity. And then they had an inflatable cock. At the end of the night, they were all sort of getting in a cab, and then one of the other girls went, you're going to have to walk, Judy, or get another cab, because there's no room for you in the inflatable car. Best thing about weddings is the dancing, isn't it? All the YMCA. A conga, you really got to have some core strength.
You've got stretch.
Yeah.
Oh, the confidence to lead a conga. There's two types of conga leaders. There's one that everyone knows and loves at a wedding, like, oh, absolute legend, everyone knows him, who's going to stand it, or you just get the piss lunatic. Before you know it, you're going down the off licence for a bottle of... This geezer taking me. He's already had 3 bottles of Southern Comfort. We're going for a drive-through. Anyone want some Mackie D's?
When I go to weddings, I hate that bit where they say, anyone object? And there's just a little giggle, like, everyone. Oh. And you know, the louder the giggle, the better chance he's got side pussy in the room.
Side pussy.
Maybe they shouldn't say, does anyone object? Maybe they should just go direct to the, is there any side pussy in the room?
I'll tell you what's difficult at a wedding, trying to watch the football on your phone under the table. Without getting caught. It's always in the eyes. It's always a good game on there about 5 o'clock and just trying to pretend to listen to a speech.
Just looking up going, I do.
Yeah.
Yes!
Is it the speeches people don't like?
Oh, that's
the speeches.
People just drag stuff out. Just get on with it. Go into a chapel or wherever you want to do it, have a nice little service, maybe a little sing-song, 20 minutes, done, sit down, have some lunch, a few glasses of champagne, out.
Did you do a speech?
My speech was very good, thank you, mate. It was nice and short. It was about 3.5 minutes long.
A bit like sex.
Phil, are you a married man?
No, I'm not married. As a single person, I think going to a wedding is a very fraught experience, especially the dancing bit where you're always either dancing with someone too old or too young to have sex with. Hardly anyone fits our Goldilocks point of age, you know, either this porridge is too wrinkly or this porridge is illegal.
This porridge is too hot.
This porridge is related.
OK, so worst thing about going to weddings. Catherine, I think you said it earlier.
It's so expensive.
Points to Catherine, you got it right. Yes, the worst thing about going to weddings is it's expensive. There are ways of saving money at weddings, though. Just go up to the pile of presents, pick the biggest one, and where it says from, just write, and Jimmy. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, and I can tell you that Rob's team are the winners. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you watching at home. That's it for us. Good night.